now.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Penny.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. Yay. Okay, we are here. Well, I'm Elisa Bragga. I'm in Cookeville, Tennessee. And why are we doing this webinar? Well, there's lots of reasons. The first is because we have really good testimonies and stories to share. These three people have had great experiences with the products, and we want people to know about it. It's our mission to share the natural health revolution, and this is a great way for us to do it. And the second reason, Penny is in Tennessee, Laura is in Texas, and Rich is in Kentucky. There's not very many circumstances where all three of us can be together to share the power of their stories, and this gives us a way to do that. So what Zija is a company that represents the natural health revolution, and they have products that help with nutrition, help remove toxins, help with an active lifestyle, all the things that help with being healthy naturally. And so we are on a mission to share it. And most people that you will see, probably everybody that you will see that is a distributor of Zija, they have done that because they themselves have had an awesome experience with the products. And when they do that, it's hard to keep quiet. Like, we want people to know because we know how much it's helped us. So these three are going to be sharing their testimonies specifically about weight loss, although that's just one of the benefits of Zija. And some of these people, you'll see that's not the reason that they started, but that was like an added benefit. So first up, we're going to have Penny. You go ahead and share your testimony.
Hi, good morning. I am Penny Green, and I am in Cookeville, like Elisa said, and it took a year. I was piqued several times with these products in this business, and I had the typical skeptical, it's too good to be true. So when I chose to start this, it wasn't long before I knew my whole family had to be on these products. We needed this nutrition. Our food sources are depleted. We're not getting what we need, and I want what's best for my children. And so that is how this started. I had also gained 70 pounds, taking shots and hormones and things due to infertility, and had never been overweight in my life. And due to everything I'd been through, didn't really ever have the heart to really try to get it off. And when I did try, it wouldn't work, so I got discouraged. Shortly after Zija, the weight started coming off. And by using the system, being consistent, I've lost over 60 pounds now.
Yay.
And it's different. No matter what the scales say, my body is what it was 15 years ago. Even though scales don't show that same number, I'm the same size of clothes. I feel better probably than I did 15 years ago. And that is by being consistent and doing the program. Do I eat what I want? Yes. Do I eat smaller portions? Yes, I do. But I don't deprive myself. And after losing the weight, the best part is the weight has stayed off. This is not something I've continued to do. I do not do all of the weight management system, but I still do the nutrition every day. And the energy products are great. They're safe. If I have a day that I know is a big day, I'm a busy mom. I own another business as well. And it's a very physical job. And so I do use other energy products because I know they're safe and they give me that boost I need to get throughout the day. It has been great for me. I've been doing Zija for 5 years. I don't plan on ever being without it. I don't plan on my kids ever being without this nutrition, to carry them through and give them the best chance they can. And the products that I used were Smart Mix, XM Burn, XM3. Once that came back out, that was what I switched to get my last 30 pounds off. And the detox tea is very, very important. And then XM-PM is your friend. If you've never tried XM-PM, it will be some of the best sleep you've had. You can use it during the day as a non-stimulant way to lose weight, but at night at dinner to help with cravings. I don't eat a lot at night. I don't snack at night, but I do not get to a deep REM sleep. And so by taking that product about an hour before bed, I sleep, and my husband says I snore. So he does not like XM-PM so much, but I love it. And I always get really rested with that product. So that was my journey. It was great. I'll be glad to answer any questions if someone has one. Find me, contact me, and I'll help you out.
Awesome, Penny. Listen, before we go on to the next one, I'm going to show your before and after. And you also use, your job is physical. You're a big fan of Recover, aren't you?
Every day, Recover. I went from a desk job. For 21 years, I've sat at a desk. And last May, I started my own tile business. And so I physically laid the tile myself.
Yeah.
And going from a desk job to this, I knew it was very physical and very strenuous. I took Recover every day. And although my muscles would be a little bit sore, I could tell I'd done something, I was never so sore that I couldn't work the next day. And so I'm now back in the gym. I did not exercise like I should have during my weight loss journey. And so this year I'm in the gym and I use all the workout products, and I'm also using AGX Skin with my Moringa body oil. I use that as my lotion, but I've added the AGX Skin just to be sure that my skin is firm and tight, and then I'm taking care of that as well, because you are older, your skin changes, and then with the weight loss.
Yes. Awesome. Can you guys see Penny's picture before and after?
Yeah.
Isn't
Looks
that
great.
amazing? I see, we live in the same town, so I see her all the time. And when she sent this to me yesterday, even though I knew she had this result, I was shocked by it. Penny, you look amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. The next one, Rich Gosselin in Kentucky. Thank you for joining us. You guys, you may not know, Rich is not on our team. We're all in the same Zija team, but he's on a different team. So he really has nothing to gain from his business standpoint by sharing this story. But he is, like so many people in our company, he likes to help people. And if his story can help others, he wants to share it. And y'all, if you haven't heard his story, or his wife, Brittany, has a great one too, you need to hear it. So Rich, go ahead, share your story.
All right, I'm Rich Gosselin from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm actually at another event right now where Tommy Sock is speaking upstairs, so I snuck away to the basement to knock this out real fast. But about 4 years ago, I was an Army reservist. I was going to school full-time. I was working full-time, and we have 5 kids. So to say that I had time for a workout or to really take care of myself, I didn't, or at least I made that excuse that I didn't. And so a good friend of ours that we knew for a long time had been using Zija for about a year, and she really loved it. And she invited my wife, Brittany, to an event one day. And my wife, she came home with samples that she bought. And I was actually really aggravated because Brittany had tried everything under the sun to lose weight. And I was actually in denial about my weight. You know, I thought I was in decent shape because I was in the Army. And in reality, I was about 30 pounds overweight. And so Brittany, saw some positive results off the products, but there's one product in the sample that she didn't try, and that was the XM Plus. Well, XM Plus is energy plus nutrition. And she's like, hey, Rich, you're getting ready for a PT test to take in the Army. Why don't you go ahead and try it out? And I was like, no, I've seen what that stuff looks like. It looks like pond water. I'm not going to drink it. And she's like, okay, well, I'll throw it away. And that's when it hit me. I was like, well, you paid good money for that, right? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, give it here. So I tried it, and to my surprise, it wasn't that bad. And about 30 minutes later, I went on a run. And mind you, I'd been running for about 4 to 6 weeks trying to get ready for this PT test because I wasn't consistently working out because I was busy. And I didn't see any of my time drop at all on these runs. Well, the very first time I took it, I kid you not, I dropped 2.5 minutes on my 2 mile. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's my hard work finally paying off. But to give the product its due diligence, next time I run, I'll try it again. So 2 days later, dumped some in the water, shook it up, drank it, went on my run. And I was like, yeah, that felt pretty good. It's probably about the same time. And I looked at my watch, and I was another 1.5 minutes faster.
Wow.
So I was down 4 minutes in just 2 servings of the XM Plus. Well, on top of that, my mood was better. My mood changed. I was in a great mood. And it's like, almost tell everybody it's like a light switch came on because I was super focused, and like I didn't realize I had a mental fog, and it just never hit me. But when I drank that XM Plus, again, it's like the lights came on. So over time, that's the only product I started with. I was just drinking XM Plus daily. I went from eating about 4 plates of dinner at night down to 3, then down to 2, finally down to 1, to where my wife Brittany was like, Rich, is there something going on with my cooking? Why aren't you eating dinner? And I'm like, I'm full. I actually feel full. And it's because, like Penny said, moringa is so loaded with nutrition that your body's it doesn't feel malnourished anymore. It's not reaching for those nutrients it's not getting anymore in today's food. So in about, 3 months time of just taking the XM Plus, I dropped 20, 25 pounds. And then they came out with the XM Burn, and I tried that, and I loved it. And I dropped an additional 10 pounds. And so right about this time, my wife, Brittany, was having a major surgery done, and she didn't really stick with the product. She would just take them here and there. She wasn't consistent, but she saw me lose weight. And she was at a point in her life where she was basically sick and tired of being sick and tired. And she didn't have the energy to really get up and play with our 5 kids. She didn't want to go outside, and she tired so easily. Well, right around Thanksgiving, of all times to start something new, she started the weight management system, which consisted of a nutrition, a capsule, and the detox tea. So she started with Super Mix and XM Burn, and then did our tea probably about 3 to 4 times a week. Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, she lost 20 pounds. Well, that gave her motivation to start working out. So, New Year's resolution time came, and she's like, well, I'm going to get a gym membership. It's like, well, get me one too. I'm going to start going with you. So we started going to the gym together. And from January to June, she lost an additional 40 pounds. So she ended up losing 67 in all. So together we've lost about 100 pounds.
Wow.
And we feel better than ever. Our kids are thankful that we now feel like getting up and moving around with them. And if anything, we're making them tired. And if I could say anything about Zija, it's a product I will take for the rest of my life. And I thank our friend Bridget for introducing it to us, even though I was really reluctant at first.
Yeah.
But it's something I will forever take.
Rich, that is awesome. And you said 2 things, a lot of things that stood out, but one, both you and Penny were reluctant at first. And that's something that we all have to keep in mind, because everybody kind of comes to it that way. But look at the life-changing results you have. And
Exactly.
then one of the things that I always am adamant about with Zija is we're not about an easy fix. Like, we're not about a quick magic recipe, but your wife had that experience of losing 20 pounds, and she had to get to that point before she was motivated to make more improvements in working out. And that is the power of our products. They're real nutrition. They're not a quick fix. And if you have to get back to your meeting, you can go, but I want to show your before and after also, because
Sure.
it's awesome. If you guys don't know their names, Rich and you guys are a gold in our company, right?
Yes, we are.
And they're top leaders, the leadership levels in our company with gold. This is his before and after. It's awesome. You definitely moved up. And then Brittany, your wife, she was chosen. Was she 3rd place in the vote on by the people of the company last year?
Yeah, so last year they had a competition as a National Health Revolution Transformation Contest,
Yeah.
and she won 3rd place in that.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Which, of all the testimonies in our company, that's a really big deal.
Yep.
So, thank you, Rich, for sharing.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you being here. Thanks for handling with the technical difficulties.
No problem.
Have a good day.
You
Hey,
too.
Laura. Okay, Laura, you're up. Would you share your story?
Okay, sure. So I guess my story is a little different in that I came to Zija not for weight loss, but I waited until I was really super sick. I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, and it just took me down. I had like tons of inflammation in my eyes, and I was just in bed sick. And I came to you, Elisa, and I said, can Zija help me? Do you think it could help me? And you were like, well, yeah. And so I tried it. And, long story short, with this Graves' disease, the moringa I started with Smart Mix. I took that for a month, completely ended up regulating my thyroid. I had an eye doctor who wanted to do surgery on my eyes because he thought I was going to lose my vision. I thought I was looking at a life of, just, being sick. And I was used to being really active with my kids, and, I couldn't anymore. So I took Zija, and long story short, it turned around my Graves' disease in about 5 to 6 months. Now, as terms of the weight loss, I think that we all have like a sweet spot of, where we feel good.
Yeah.
In our weight. And for me, I'm just going to put it out there. My weight was 140, where I felt good in my clothes, and I felt like I wasn't, overweight, carrying around a bunch of extra weight. So at that time, right before I got sick, I was in the upper 150s, and I was active. I was working out. I was walking to school with my kids, back and forth, and I was really trying. It just wasn't coming off. So, the Graves' disease, it's a hyperthyroid condition. It's going to make you drop pounds. And so that happened. A few months after I started drinking the moringa, my weight started to come back up. So it landed me in the upper 140s. And all I can say about moringa is that, the word that best describes it is regulating. It regulated my thyroid and it regulated my weight. So after my thyroid was completely regulated and they didn't want to do surgery on me anymore, I ended up in the about the upper 140s. And then they came out with the XM3. And I started taking that, and that was the game changer. That brought me right down to 140, and I feel great. The only time I've ever been down to that weight before is when I'm like super stressed out, and when I'm really going through something stressed out, I don't eat, or when I'm just killing myself to diet. But this Zija makes it easy. I drink my super mix mixed with XM Plus in the morning, and then I take my XM3 most days, and that just really keeps me at a good weight, and it just makes it super easy. And I don't have Graves' disease anymore. It's just completely gone. The weight is gone, my thyroid is regulated, and I'm not gonna change a thing. And so I just am very thankful for these products.
Man, like your story just reiterates to me why they call it the miracle tree.
It was for me.
And you guys, I know you, but there's so many people within our company that have life-changing stories, and they're all different. It's just the power of nutrition. It's just like our body has amazing defense mechanisms, and when we have the right fuel, we can do the right thing. So I pulled this up while you were talking about your Graves' disease, but I'll go ahead and show it again. You can see, Laura you guys are all beautiful, but you can see the swelling in her face as a result of the Graves that was leading to the danger for your eyes. And so this was when you were at your worst, and then this other picture was 4 or 5 months later. Hey, Ryan. So you started for a health condition, and that you can see how it reduced the inflammation, but now you've also had the added benefit of weight loss, which none of us are going to turn that down, right?
Nope.
No. Nope.
Well, you guys, thank you for sharing our story. These are intended to just be powerful ways to share the benefits of Zija, and that is really all we have. If you want more information, if somebody has invited you to this, just get back with the person where you can find out more about how you can get started with these products. Right now, Zija, it is for another week, so this will be over on March 31st. So if we replay this broadcast as of March 31st, 2017, this won't be available anymore. But right now, for the next week, this is a way that you can trial the products for a great value. It's a lot of the weight management system that you heard talking about today, plus plant protein, some discounts and other things. It is just is that showing? Oh, here, let me show that.
No.
Okay, how is it showing? Okay, so that is the package that we have right now. But that is all we have, you guys. Thank you for sharing, and we will be doing more of these.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.